Hey, Blue Table fans! I'm here with Wes. Boom!
Hey!
Oh, and here comes somebody. Let's go take a look. It's Rick! Come on in, buddy. Come on in, Shadow.
Let me relieve
We bid
myself
thee
of
welcome
shoes.
to our domain. Awesome.
How you guys doing?
Hey, really good.
Good, thanks.
So Rick's here to pick up some projects. And before we start in on the bat rep stuff, yeah, we are going to get 60 projects done in the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's our goal. It's going to be awesome. All right, so Wes, we're playing Age of Sigmar,
Yep.
which I love. But what games do you play? Give sort of a hobbyist introduction to yourself.
All right, so I started out in Fantasy, which is now Age of Sigmar. I haven't. This will be my first time playing Age of Sigmar, but I play 40K. I've played Mordheim, Magic the Gathering, any fun board games, Super Dungeon Explorer, anything like that.
How long you been a hobbyist?
Let's see, since probably about 98, 99.
Oh, same as me.
So quite a while, yeah.
All right, so you must have started in Warhammer Fantasy like 3rd edition or something.
I
like
did,
that.
yes.
The one with the cartoons.
Yeah, the one with the funny drawings in them
Yeah.
on each of the pages. Yep, absolutely. I started with Lizardmen. The
Awesome.
Lizardmen Bretonian set that they used to have. So
And now you've come full circle because you're going to get the beat down by Lizardmen today.
I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see.
We'll see.
So tell us about your... I am like the worst trash talker ever. Like, you can tell I don't really mean it. It's like, yeah, you're nice. All right, tell us all about your army.
All right. Well, I have. I usually play this for 40K, but I'm excited to play it for Age of Sigmar. I got my Lord of Change here, which I think we're going to start with just the one unit on the board summoning everything. I got my Bloodthirster here, converted from Lord of the Rings Balrog.
I don't like that guy. And you did this axe yourself, right?
I did. I made the axe myself.
Now, and your BTP's resident difficult conversion guy.
That's right.
Now,
So
I'm
if
giving all the difficult stuff to you.
anything anyone else
Sculpt
has trouble with goes to
convert
me.
this. Yeah. All right,
Yep.
keep going.
All right, I got the Changeling here, and he's actually really cool in Age of Sigmar. I was reading about him. He can start in the enemy's deployment zone and mess with them
don't
until
like
he
that
attacks
either.
and things. I got a Herald on a disc here.
You can call me Harry.
And the various Screamers. Got purple. I just separate them by colors, so it's easy for me when I'm
Right.
playing purple.
Well, that's like old school
And
40K
gray,
tournament
yeah.
style, you know.
And then the red ones over here. I got Soul
Oh,
Grinder.
and by the way, just excuse me for interrupting. You can use these guys in the Silver Tower board game.
Oh,
Too. They have
fantastic.
Stats for them, and they have stats for like 4 different things.
Oh, wow.
The Exalted Flamer, the Herald of Tzeentch, and then like one other thing. Anyway, keep going.
All right, I got my Soul Grinder, just the stock Soul Grinder, didn't do too much conversion on him. I got a Demon Prince here.
You know, I thought I was just going to knock you over, but now I'm a little nervous.
And I got these 3. These can either be played as Exalted Flamers on Chariots or Heralds on Chariots. And they're pretty beefy, they're fun. These are obviously all conversion work here as well.
But the actual model they're on is from Europe?
I think it's from a company called Titan Forge. I got them.
Those
quite a
guys are
while ago.
awesome.
They are. They have
Yeah.
some really cool stuff. These are my Exalted Flamers on foot, converted
those
from
are
Wood Elf
bad.
Dryads, so they look kind of like they're charcoal, glowing
Right.
effects there. And just my Nurglings. So if I
Nurgle.
decide to use them, they're a nice cheap point unit, expendable unit.
So, and because if you have a Demon's army for 40K, you all of a sudden have a Age of Sigmar.
Absolutely.
Because the round bases, the oval bases.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that. I was thinking, okay, which Age of Sigmar army do I want to do? And then me and Shawn were talking, and we realized, hey, I already have one. So might look into another army in the future, but at least I have one to start out with. So
Hey, thanks, Wes. And I'm going to be playing Lizardmen, which is one of my favorite fantasy type armies, after all the elves. And incidentally, when I was in junior high school, the comic book called Elf Quest came out. You know, comment and like if you know what Elf Quest is. So anyway, you've already seen this army to death, but I'm going to give it a spin before it gets shipped off. I've got the owner's permission to do it, and I'm super excited to take the Seraphon out for a spin against the demons, and it works really well with the context of the game background, because the Seraphon really do not like chaos. So, all right, folks, that's my intro. The full battle report will be up later, and I want to thank you for tuning in. We're really, really excited. All right, folks, we're ready to start. So the Age of Sigmar rules, are these available online?
They are.
You can just download them from the GW site.
Yeah, we got those and the army all for free off GW.
Right.
So
the great thing about Age of Sigmar is that it's easier to learn, I don't know, than Monopoly. I mean, like, the rules are really very simple. In fact, the first 2 pages are just about setting up the board. So we can just get rid of these, because we made our own scenario, which is Lord of Change versus Slaane's Mage Priest. Oh yeah. So we're just going to roll off for first turn. So go ahead and let's get one of your dice. Yeah. Oh, and we're doing like this. Oh, this goes here, by the way. There. I took that off because of your army being there.
Oh, right.
So highest roll gets to choose first or second. I got a 2 and a 5. So
I'm going to choose to go second. We'll see what happens
really?
with that. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So the question is, how do you win? And
so I think it said on there if now we'll probably have to come up with our own custom thing, because it says on there that if you lose, or if you're outnumbered by a third or something like that, or if you lose a third of your models,
table. Yeah. Well, why don't we just do it by why don't we play 5 rounds?
Okay.
And well, we'll need, let's say 6, because we're going to be summoning
right.
armies. And that's our scenario, by the way. So, and then by the end of the 6, it should be obvious. All right. Awesome. So, and that's Age of Sigmar can go lots of different ways. You can play very formal battles, and you know, it's that. It seems, if you actually read through it and actually try it the way that it's literally written, where you can just start putting out stuff like no points, well, it's actually very balanced, because you can be like, oh, you put out that, boom, I'm putting out this, you know, and it forces kind of those friendly matches. But apparently they're coming out with like a tournament level competitive like point system. So I'm excited to see that too. And I think in the end, that's the direction people will go, because that's sort of the wargamer mentality. All right, well, let's get started.
Okay.
All right, oh, did you stop it? All right, so I'm going to use my, so it's hero phase, so not movement phase yet, so I can't move my Slaane just yet. So I'm going to start summoning things. Let's do this. Now, Slaane's Mage Priest, according to my thing, can do 3 spells. It can attempt to cast 3 different spells.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm pretty sure the way that's written is each spell, you can't do the same spell twice. And I've actually read that in an update that they've done. So anyway, so first off, I'm going to attempt to summon a Saurus Astrolith Bearer, because he's awesome. And he's a casting value of 5, so I need a 5 or higher on 3 dice. So I can do him within 15 inches. Oh, and I do, barely.
And I am going to try to unbind that spell. So I need to... I
think you actually need to be within 18 inches.
Oh, is that what it is?
Unbind it, yeah.
Okay.
But let's double check that. And that's the beauty of having only 2 pages. Like, this is it. This is the whole game right there. And... combat, movement, casting spells. Opposing player can choose any one of their wizards that is within 18 inches of the caster and that can see them and attempt to unbind them.
Okay.
So you have to be within 18 inches. Okay, so my Astrolith Bearer comes out within 15 inches. So I want to get to grips with the enemy pretty quick. So I'm just going to, and it has to be 9 inches from an enemy. And then these guys can't move in the movement phase, which means you can't charge with them. Now, we might get some rules wrong, but you know what? Guess what? Download the rules.
Yep.
And tell us where we're wrong. This is all a learning experience. And by the way, Age of Sigmar is at a golden age right now. The golden age where people don't know how to play it. We're all kind of, like, everyone's on an even footing. We all kind of are looking at these cool new figures coming out. It's got that magic to it. So, let's continue. I'm going to attempt to summon some Temple Guard, which are awesome. By the way, I made a video on my take on Seraphon. These guys have a casting value of 6, which I succeed with a 10. And I do believe it is only 5 Temple Guard. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my 5 Temple Guard. 1, 2, 3. Get a banner bearer in there too. So I've got a banner and a drummer. And I'm going to get them out here too. And these guys are awesome. And you've got, when you're doing your Age of Sigmar army, you've got to look out for synergy, like how all the units work together and give themselves the best bonuses. And you know, I'm going like around this building, so I'm going to kind of bunch them together like that. Okay, and then for my third spell, I'm going to do, I'm not in range for Arcane Bolt. I could do Mystic Shield, but my opponent's really not going to, the Lord of Change isn't in range of my guys yet. So I'm just going to summon, you know, I'm going to try something a little harder. Engine of the Gods. Let's do it.
That thing
has a
looks
casting
pretty
value
neat.
of 10. Wow. Is there a way I could get a bonus, I wonder? Like, I know I forget there's ways to do it. Oh, I did it!
Oh, no!
You guys know if you watch Stargate, like the Asgard beaming technology? That's the sound and effect that I imagine for my Seraphon. And now I'll use my command phase, or my command ability for my Slaane's Mage Priest, which really won't affect the game, but I want to do it because I want to be in the good habit of it. Okay, Engine of the Gods, Stegodon, Ripperdactyls, come on, Slaane's Mage Priest, there you go. Gift from the Heavens gives all Seraphon units within 10 inches fly and reroll failed saves for shooting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That automatically happens. So Light of the Heavens is in effect. And that would affect, so it pulses out right now. So the only person affected by it, because I put him so far out, is this guy. Okay, so this guy flies now, apparently. Which doesn't make him go faster.
It's like a flying dinosaur.
Yes, it's a flying dinosaur.
Without
He doesn't
wings.
go faster.
But he can go over things now.
Yep.
Right over them.
Okay, and so let's go ahead and stop, and then we'll...
All right, so he got a lot of mean stuff on the board already. It looks like he moved his Slan up a little bit. I definitely need to try to summon some things to try to counteract that a little bit. My strategy is going to be to try to summon some other people that can summon other things as well, so I can get multiple things on the board. The Lord of Change, he can summon 2 different things. He can do 2 different spells. So the first one I'm going to try to do is summon a Herald of Tzeentch on a burning chariot.
Okay.
So that's my first one.
What's the cast on that?
On that one, I need a 7. So it's right there, a 7 to do that. And no,
dude.
that did not happen. So hopefully I can summon something still to help me. Otherwise, I may be playing cat and mouse and running away for a turn. So let's try to do a Herald of Tzeentch on a disc this time.
Okay.
And he's on a 5, so this one should be a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go! Yes!
Yes,
6.
and I did. And he can be set up up to 9 inches away from the, let's see. Oh, up to 18 inches away.
Oh, 18, because mine are 15 inches away. So
As long as I'm
that,
9
I think
inches
that
away
matters.
there.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
from my guys. Well, you don't want, oh, did
Grab
you need
that
a tape measure?
there,
Yep.
yep. So he's actually going to come this way.
Junkie is to needle as Wargamer is
And he's
to
going to go right there.
tape measure.
That's right. Can't do anything
Okay,
without this
go
tape
ahead.
measure. Now, my Herald of Tzeentch, he can summon. He can do one spell a turn.
Okay. So wait, are you done with this guy then? Yeah, that's right.
He
did two
has a
spells.
command ability. I'm going to do in a moment.
Okay, great.
But for now, that's his 2 spells because I failed on the one. We're going to try to go all out, and since he got his engine out, I'm going to try to get my Soul Grinder out.
Okay, great.
That thing's pretty beefy in this. So I need a 10 to get this out coming from him. No.
Now there's ways for him to get, I know there's ways for him to get bonuses to his casting spells. Doesn't he have, you know, we're going to pause, look up the Lord of Change. I'm pretty sure he has things that help him with his spell casting. Okay, so I was right to some extent. This guy can use his command ability, Beacon of Sorcery, to give +1 to casting rolls of everybody or other guys.
Any in the army there, of my army, they get
so
+1
gets it
to their
to
rolls.
himself.
Yep.
Right. So that's very important with Tzeentch.
Yep, so
Okay.
we'll need to remember to do that next time as well.
Was he unsuccessful in casting something else?
He was. He tried to summon a Soul Grinder, but he needed a 10.
Right.
So
I got lucky
but I
rolling that 11.
I will do my command ability. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point.
Okay.
Because it happens till my next hero phase.
Right, and then you can just do it
I'll
again.
just do it again on the next one. So I'll remember on my next one to do that. But we will go ahead and move and make it a little bit harder for them to get us. So, and both of these fly, which is really nice.
Okay. So only the general can use his command ability. Even though other models you might summon, they also might have command abilities too. But, okay, great. And I also did find a wizard can only attempt to cast each spell once per turn.
Right.
That's it. Okay, well, it's time. It's on now, so it's on the Seraphon turn 2. And away we go. Hey, so Seraphon turn 2. We're going to use my Slaanesh Mage Priest. It's hero phase, so that's when you do your spells. Oh, and the Engine of the Gods activates now too let's do him before the spells. So because he's unwounded, so he rolls 3 dice if he's in good shape, and then the dice go down as he takes wounds. So I just want to, what I want to do is roll an 18 because that gives me another turn after this one. But let's see what happens. Oh, it's really low. Okay, 7. An enemy unit within 25 inches is hit with a bolt of Azure energy, suffering D6 mortal wounds.
Oh,
Let's
no.
see anything's within 25 inches. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I don't feel bad. That's how the game works. So D6 mortal wounds, here it is. 1 mortal wound. 2 mortal wounds.
So he takes 2 mortal wounds.
Here, I have markers.
And he has
Here we go.
8 wounds left.
All right. Well, that was very fortunate for me. So now summoning. So I'm going to summon another unit of 5 Temple Guard on a 5-up. And I failed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm going to summon Chakok's Eternity Warden, who gives them +1 attacks to their things. And that's on a 5, so he's summoned. So I'm actually going to put him further out because I'm advancing my army now. And I'm not going to go through here. That's a little constricted and puts me right in the middle. So Chakok's needs to be within 15 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just put him right here, kind of behind this building. And then I'm going to, I'm going to try and summon another Engine of the Gods. Oh, and he gets a constellation at the beginning of the game, which we've rolled now. It was Sage's Staff, which gives me +1 to my casting rolls. And I'm not going to try and change that because that's the best one for me. So I need a 9 instead of a 10. And I fail with a 4. So a rather uneventful summoning phase. These guys are like, Hey, shouldn't we be being viewed down by now? Nope, sorry guys, you'll need to wait till next turn. By the way, I love the Temple Guard figures, and Age of Sigmar is awesome because there's no, like, what's that called? Force organization.
Right, you just bring what you want.
You think that's cool? Right now I've got 5 War Sphinxes upstairs.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, I picked those up. Oh, by the way, here's a weird thing, because everyone was bargain basementing out their Warhammer Fantasy, right? Now all that out-of-print stuff is going up above former retail values. A War Sphinx on eBay is hitting between $90 and $120.
Wow.
$60 kit. Excuse me. Okay, so now my movement phase. Let's grab my rules, because I'm going to be running. You roll a dice and add it to their move characteristic.
Right.
Okay.
And then they can't attack or shoot. They can't charge or shoot if you run.
Right. So my Temple Guard have a move of 5. So here you go. 5 plus 6. That's 11 inches. Great. And that's perfect because I want to set them up like right here. And I think that's going to give me really good positioning. I'll keep my Astrolith Bear a little bit behind. Oh yeah, so he's not moving. He's a separate thing. These guys move 11. So they're going to move up like this. Oh, God, and I love the 30mm bases. Like, they look so proportionate with the models. Okay, this guy, same thing. Oh, he gets an 11 too. Zaz out. Actually, I'm going to move him up and kind of hug him.
Was he the one that just got summoned, though?
No, that's this guy, and he's right where he started.
That's right.
Okay, now, Engine of the Gods has a move of asterisk, so it gets worse the more wounds, etc. Now he moves 8. So I'm going to fly him out and just be like, all right, I'm in your face now, 14 inches. I'm going to move the Engine of the Gods right out to the middle. And my Slann Mage Priest, I can't let him be too far behind. So, oh, he only goes 6 inches. So let's use my BTP Quick Measure. By the way, these are out of print. I've got like 10 of them left. They're not even on the Webstore anymore. Oh, by the way, I am putting, if I may, I'm putting up like 30 to 80 lots every week now. And I just have tons of stuff going up. And so check out bluetablestore.com. Also, if you want to trade some stuff in, you can get a credit. And the credit, so let's say you get a $300 Webstore credit with your trade-in. So does that buy $300 worth of stuff? No, it buys $500 or $600 worth of stuff, because everything I put on the Webstore, usually, not always, sometimes it's less or more, is 40 to 50% off. It's right around half. So that Webstore credit, boom, it has some punch. So, all right, go ahead and stop, and then it's your turn, Wes.
All right, so we're going to try to do hopefully better than we did last time and summon some more things, because we're already quite outnumbered.
Well, and you got your momentum back because I only summoned one thing.
That's true. That's true.
So now's your chance to catch up.
Absolutely. So we're going to try with what we... Well, first off, we're not going to make the same mistake. We're going to do the Beacon of Sorcery, which will give him and give the Lord of Change and the Herald on the Disc +1 to their summon rolls. Which hopefully will help me a little bit. So he has that command ability now.
Okay, I'm going to put a rune marker to show that he's activated that.
All right. And the Lord of Change is going to...
Rick! He's headed out. Look at that. He's loaded up with paints. We got in like hundreds of new paints the other day.
And hundreds.
And hundreds, yes.
And lots of stuff to do.
And guys, Rick is going to be back. First off, Rick is a Zen master, whether or not he realizes it. Yep, that's right. He's like, in our jungle story, he's a bear. And, okay, well.
Barely.
Yes.
Barely.
So yeah, we got some Tau going on here. Let's peek inside.
Go for it.
Yeah, that looks good. Love those ghost keels. Okay.
All right. Back
Thanks,
to
Rick.
gaming. Thank you guys. See you soon.
See you later.
Yeah, we're doing a special on Rick. He's going to show off some of his amazing stuff. It's world class, guys. All right, Wes.
All right, so
What's up now?
So the Lord of Change is going to try to summon once again Herald of Tzeentch on a burning chariot.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, and he needs
On a
a 6 basically. I need a 7, but I get +1 to my rolls. Oh, and so just
You got
barely,
it.
just barely. Awesome.
It's a 6.
And they can be set up to 18 inches. I think that's what it is with all of them.
Do they have ranged attacks? Because now's your chance to peg down this engine of the
Well,
god.
I actually have something of a
You might even
surprise
charge.
from the Lord of Change here in the
Good, I
moment
don't
for
like
the
that.
engine of the gods. But we're going to set up.
In fact, let's take a look at, while he's doing that, let's take a look at Engine of the Gods. And again, these are all free. And like, what a breakthrough for a Games Workshop game to just have these PDFs. So anyway, yeah, very limited ranged attacks. He gets 4 of them. But yeah, this guy actually is pretty rough in close combat. 3d6 crushing stomps, which hit on 4, wound on 4, and do 1 damage. So that's actually pretty good. He could conceivably take out the Lord of Change. And that actually would be game.
And actually, what we're going to try to do next is a.
Whoa, dude!
There's the.
He is way over there.
Which will force your Slam Mage to either move away from me or have me get the chance to unbind spells.
Oh, shiz! Wow. Okay, I got it. I got it. Because he's a wizard too.
He
and
is.
can summon things.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm not liking this all of a sudden.
Now let's take a step away from the summoning, and I'm going to do Infernal Gateway. That can possibly,
Okay.
I roll up 9 dice on it if it goes off, and can do that many mortal wounds possibly.
Okay, let's do it.
So I
Ready.
need.
How bad could it be? Come on.
So I need.
That's famous last words
I
right
need
there.
a 7.
Okay, let's do
For
it.
this spell to go off. And it goes off.
Oh!
So
Okay.
with this, I get.
He's doing Infernal Gateway.
He is on the.
So who summoned this guy?
He summoned him also, but he can do 2 spells a turn.
Right.
So this is his.
No, I
second
was just
spell.
wondering if he, had summoned this guy. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
All right,
Infernal
and
Gateway.
it's,
Read it out loud. What does it do?
All right. The Lord of Change opens a portal to the realm of chaos, pulling warriors to their doom. Infernal Gateway has a casting value of 7 if it successfully casts. Pick a unit within 18 inches, which
Okay.
the engine
easily.
is. That is visible to the caster, and roll 9 dice. For each roll that equals or beats the number shown on the damage table above, the unit suffers a mortal wound.
Uh-oh.
So right now I have
3.
2 wounds, so on 3 ups,
Okay.
they're mortal wounds.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright, so let me grab all the dice.
This is bad. This is really
Alright,
bad.
so we need 3 ups.
I don't like this. How many wounds does he have? He's got 10. So you're going to do about 6 wounds to him right now. Let's take a look. Let's do it. Whoa! Yeah, 6
And
wounds.
6 wounds.
As
That takes
foretold.
6 mortal
Oh,
wounds.
that's bad. All right. I should really just use a dice for this. Okay. Well, remind me that he's wounded at all. We'll get that dice momentarily. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, now we're going to move to the Burning Chariot that just got summoned, because he can summon things else. So he's going to try to summon another one of him. Because I have multiple models of them.
Oh, okay. I
So,
guess you could conceivably just
again-
keep doing that. Okay, go ahead.
He's within 18, so he'll get that
The
benefit.
Beacon of Sorcery.
Yep, so I
he
need
needs
a 6 basically.
Okay. Oh,
So
and he
that's
gets it with
gonna
an
go
8.
off.
Wow, I'm getting nervous all of a sudden. Oh, that's
we're
how the
gonna-
Tzeentch guys are going to do
We're
it
going to
in.
spread and make you just a little bit nervous here.
Oh, I'm nervous already. What are you talking
And
about?
we're going to put him right
Should have
there.
put up defensive spells. The Mage Priest was overconfident.
Alright, and we have one more spell that we can do from the Herald on the disc. And since we did get some things out this turn...
He can still do
Oh,
it.
yes, he can actually still... Let's see if we can summon the
Is that a
third...
thing?
Yes,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
don't see, as the rules are written, I don't think there's any reason why this can't just keep going. Okay, go ahead.
So, actually, that's a good point. We're going to try to summon our last Herald on a burning
Okay,
chariot
let's do it.
from him.
Now, he does
He
need a
will-
7,
he
though,
will
because
need
he's
a
out of
7.
range
Right.
of the Beacon of Sorcery. Okay, go. I'm ready.
And he does
4.
not.
Thank goodness, because that would have been ridiculous.
But let's try to summon one more thing from the Herald on the disc.
Okay.
And this one's going to be quite hard. Again, we're going to try to do the Soul Grinder
Okay.
and see if we can get that
So this
out.
is the Herald.
And
So look at that. He just kind of like surrounded me here. That is clever.
And
Okay.
this is on a 10, so I will need a 9
Here's
to do
the
this.
Herald. Okay, go. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. No,
An
we were
8.
1 short.
Well, that's good for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. All right,
So
and then
I do
at
believe
this
that's
point-
command.
That's command. So at this point, we get to move. Now these two can't move because I just summoned them.
Okay.
But I am going to move the Herald. He has a 14-inch movement, and he can fly.
Okay, got it.
So he's flying this way.
Oh, something tells me this
And-
is I'm gonna need something. Because my guys aren't gonna be fast enough to keep up with all these flyers. Well, playing Eldar and knowing what Eldar hate, i.e. the jet bikes flying around, I know exactly how to
Right.
handle this tactically.
So
Okay, what's going on?
I'm still not ready to confront the engine in combat yet. So he's actually going to fly back here.
Well, I don't like that.
And that is it for my turn. My
All right.
turn 2.
Thank you. Hey, we're back with Seraphon turn 3. Now the Astrolith Bear, who's just on the other side of this building, if he's within 8 inches, he can plant and give this guy a bonus to his thing, to his casting rolls. So I have this, I made so many tactical errors, it's ridiculous. Well, I made 3. So anyway, so I've got the staff constellation sign, so I'm going to use his command ability, and all Seraphon units within 10. So there's 10,
Yep.
10, 10, the Temple Guard too. So they all get Gift of the Heavens, which is his command ability, which means they fly and reroll shooting saves. So that, and then that includes him too. So that's actually very helpful.
Awesome.
So let's start summoning stuff. I get +1 because of the constellation. So first off, I'm going to summon some cavalry. So, by the way, my strategy is simple, and I know this because I played Eldar jet bikes so long, which is if you have an opponent flying around the edge, like a flying circus, flying and flying, you gotta take up the center and then just charge out wherever they are, kind of squish them against the edge of the board. So the center of the board's here. It's only a 4x4 table, which is good for me. So I need to take up this middle spot here, and my guys flying will actually help because it'll allow me to clear the building rather than go over it. Because even if this guy summons somebody else, he won't be able to get over here this next turn. So that's what I got to do. Very simple. So let's summon some cavalry, source cavalry. At +1, I need a 6. I'm successful.
And I am going to try to unbind that with this guy.
Oh shit!
Because he's within 18.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
So I need
Sounds
to
good. Yeah.
equal or beat what you rolled to do it.
Oh, rat sack. Oh, you
And
didn't!
I didn't.
Yes!
I was just
Aha! Freaking awesome. Okay, great. So, remember the Asgard beaming sound is what happens when these guys come down. So now, because I'm going to think this guy could be over here, you know, so I'm going to spread out my cavalry quite a bit, actually. And I do believe it's 2 inches between guys.
1 inch actually in Age of
Is it
Sigmar.
1 inch?
1
Okay,
inch.
my bad. But still, that's going to
But
give
still,
you a
they have big
nice-
bases, so you can still spread out
Yeah,
quite
in fact,
a bit.
I'm just going to cheese it up a little bit and do like ring around the rosies and prevent my Slawn from being charged too. So there we go. So now, see, these guys can easily charge any of these areas. In fact, I'm going to move this guy out just a little bit more. There you go. That guy's in the building, and we'll get over here too. Because something tells me with their magic and movement, these guys aren't great in close combat. We're going to find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, maybe they're awesome too. It'll be like, kapow!
We're just awesome at everything.
Well, that's what I get. So, yeah, let's get the Engine of the Gods is not going to quit. Oh, wait, no.
You finish your spells first, right?
Yeah, well, he does it during the hero phase.
Oh, right.
Order
You can do it however you want.
But I do need to finish his activation.
So what are you doing now?
Oh, I'm going to summon some Temple Guard this time on a 5. So I only need a 4.
Now, this one is going to try to unbind you because he's within 18 as well. So I need a 5 or higher.
Oh, and you do.
I got a 12.
Bastard.
So no Temple Guard for you.
So I'm sorry, but just for that, Wes, just for that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to summon another Engine of the Gods.
Oh, no.
On a 9. Take that! Oh, no. I'm going to fail wretchedly, I might add. Okay, so I did his command ability. So let's do the Engine of the Gods. Now, if there's a Slon within 10 inches, and there is, you roll an extra dice, and you can remove any one of your choice.
Okay.
From the 3d6. So what I want is I want the beam. Again, I want the 6 through 9. An enemy unit within 25 inches is hit with a bolt of Azure energy.
Now, the good thing for me is he is injured now, so he's not going to do as much, right? Or it's going to be harder to do, right?
Oh, that's right. Didn't you do 6 wounds?
I did 6 wounds to him on my last turn.
You're right. He's at much reduced. In fact, let me grab a dice.
So he has 3 left.
Well, let's grab a black dice for wounds. Okay, here you go. 6. So be careful when you're using dice for wound markers, because they can get scooped up in your regular dice. I use different colored and usually different sizes of dice.
Especially if you play like Orcs or Guard or something that uses lots of dice.
Yeah, he only gets 2 dice plus 1 for the Slon.
Okay.
But I only need a 6 through 9 to get my Bolt of Azure energy, which is what I want. I'd like a 14, actually, because with a 14, I get to summon any unit I want.
Oh, wow.
Which would be another Engine of the Gods. Engine of the Gods, 14. No way. Well, but I did get my Bolt of Azure energy. I'm going to target the
Now,
Lord of
can
Change.
he see the Lord of Change?
Oh, no, it doesn't. It's not.
Oh, you don't have to see. Okay.
It just says an enemy unit within 25 inches.
Well, that's fantastic.
Maybe the bolt comes down from the heavens. That's how I'm going to imagine. So I'm going to do 6 wounds. How many wounds does he have?
He has 8. Let's see. He has 8 left. He's taken 2, so 10
so
total.
I can't kill him. I can't kill him outright, but I am going to do 6. No, I'm going to do 1.
Now, are these just wounds or are these mortal? Oh, so I'm going to take another wound. He goes up to 3.
Like it, and I'm going to move to my movement phase. These guys were summoned and can't move yet. But the Engine of the Gods moves, he moves less now that he's taken 6 wounds. So he moves 6 inches.
Are you going to run him this time, or do you want to try to charge?
I can technically charge, so I think I might just do that. So I'm going to, but my own guys kind of got in the way here. I don't know how this works. Does that slow you down?
I didn't see anywhere in the rules that said that terrain slows you down, which is kind of unique.
Here's what we're going to do. He tramples through the burned things. He's going to move 6, so that puts him right here. Crunch. And that's actually going to be 1 whopping charge.
Right, that's going to be a big charge.
But I'm not within 8. Yeah, in fact, I'll need to get around, I'll need 10. But that's okay. It's a good position for him to be in. And I'm just going to do it. So now these guys, they're going to run. Well, in fact, let's move my Slon first.
Oh, just leave him there for me. Come on.
Oh, no, I'm not going to. Okay, so, and I'm going to run him 4. So he's just going to
He's hiding in the building.
That's right. And this is actually a great spot for him. And then I'm going to, and he flies too. So, and then the Astrolith Bear, Shockox. Okay, yeah, let's get towards the middle. So the Temple Guard are going to run with, 10 inches. So they're going to end up over here. And in fact, again, I'm going to spread these guys out because I'm going to make it hard for the Flying Circus to get out of my range of effect here. This guy. Chalkox, he only needs to move, well, actually, where's he most dangerous? He's going to run to 8 inches. So I'm going to move him over here. And then the Astrolith Bear, he's actually pretty good there but he's going to run around so he can be close to the mage priest. Okay, and I got no ranged attack, so that's my turn.
You're going to try to charge, though, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Haha. Thank you. That was very, very kind. Oh, yeah, and those guys ran, so they can't charge.
Right.
So this guy, 10 inches. I'm charging that guy. 9.
9
Actually,
inches.
hold on just a second. I think if you're within 3, you count as engaged.
You have to be within a half an inch.
Oh,
Which puts you a half an inch off. You're
right.
so close.
Well, and if not even more. So, well, wait, would 9 do it? Hold on. So first off, I have to clear this guy.
Right.
So let's do it just like old school. Like in fact, let's get rid of this. There you go. Okay. All right. So let's move him 3 inches forward. Because something tells me I might actually.
I think you might actually have it with the 9 inches.
Nope. Well, maybe 6 inches. Oh my God!
You were
Yes,
there.
I actually do. So, rawr.
Oh no!
Oh, freaking awesome! Well, but I'll be at reduced power.
Right.
So who goes first?
So it's whoever's turn it is goes first. So if we remain
okay.
in combat, then on my turn I'll go first. If somehow I survive
Half
this.
an inch combat phase. Picks a unit to attack with. Oh, that's right. You can go from combat to combat. It's very tactical to choose which guy goes. So here it is. Okay, let's do this. Melee weapons, sharpen. Oh wait, he has crushing stomps. 2d6 because I'm wounded. Wait, 6 wounds, 10. Yeah, wounds suffered. So 2d6 crushing stomps. Here it is. 7.
So 7.
So perfectly average. And they wound on a 4, hit on a 4, wound on a 4. Oh,
wow,
come
look at that dice
on!
roll. That is crazy.
That was a lot of ones. So 1 wound.
And this is not a mortal wound, correct?
Nope, it's just a regular thing.
All right.
And then 4 sharpened horn attacks.
Okay.
So make your save.
So this is a 5-up save unless it has rending. Does it have any
No
rending?
rending.
Okay. So I take a wound there.
There's a wound. Here, I got it. Plink. And then now how many wounds do you have?
And they have 8 wounds.
All right, I'm not going to get him. But I have locked him down, which is a nice feature. So here it comes. Sharpened horns on 3s and 3s, rending 2 damage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang. My rolling is not awesome. Okay, so 2 wounds minus 1 to the save. So you need 6s.
So 6s. Here's my 2 saves. And I failed both of them, so he takes 2 more wounds. But
3 wounds.
you have more attacks still?
Nope, that's it.
All right, so now
the skinks don't get anything.
Now I attack back. The herald gets
Oh,
an
wait a minute.
attack.
Add 1 to wound roll. Okay, well that wouldn't matter. Go ahead.
The herald gets an attack, but so does the giant screamer there. The screamer's lamprey bites.
Show the actual thing. Good.
So and the lamprey bites, I believe that's a monster. So they'll actually do D3 damage if they damage it.
Yep, and it does. And by the way, just so the fans know, this down here at the bottom of each one, it has keywords, and so he has monster in it.
Right.
Which, by the way, is very,
So I'm going to start with the screamer's lamprey bites. There's 6 attacks. I
I'm
need
ready.
4s to hit.
I'm not afraid. I
Oh,
should be very
wow.
afraid.
So 4 of them hit.
Okay.
And I need 3s to wound, and then they'll do D3 wounds each
Oh,
one.
you gotta be kidding me. This guy's as tough as the engine of the gods.
So there's 2 wounds, but they do D3. So here's the first one, and the second one. So the 6 is 3 wounds, the 2 is 1 more, so 4 wounds.
4 wins. And is it rending?
No, so you get your normal saves on this.
So it's 4 ups. I take 2 wins.
So he has 1 wound left. Good thing I still have my herald on there that can
2
attack
wounds
as
left.
well.
Continue. I'm ready.
All right, and the herald.
Oh, this engine of the gods.
The herald is going to just use his staff because it does rending and D3 damage, but I only get 1 attack. So I need 4 to hit.
Show the die roll on the camera.
So there's
Big
the.
part.
So I hit.
Okay.
I need a 3 to wound. There's
There it
the
is.
3, and it does D3 wounds.
Okay.
So he's going to take 3 wounds, rending, so -1 to your saves.
Okay, 5 ups. Hey, I have 1 wound left. Awesome. Okay,
And then
he's
we are
taking
gonna
9
sit
wounds.
there.
This guy's on his last legs, man. Okay, great. And oh, battle shock phase. So
Right.
here it is. Both players must take battle shock tests. Roll a dice and add the number of models from the unit that have been slain. Oh,
So it doesn't apply to this because neither of us had models.
Well,
slain.
hold on. And add the number of models for each point. This is the highest bravery characteristic in the unit.
So do we
My
still
bravery
roll
is
then?
10. Well, you would, but my bravery's 10.
And so is mine.
Yeah, so you can't take wounds from battle
Right.
if you're a giant creature. Okay, cool.
Well, very good.
Okay, Tzeentch, turn 3. Let's
All right. So we'll start off again with the Beacon of Sorcery, which will give
Okay.
him and any other units within 18 +1 to their magic rolls. We're going to use some of the once a game items that are on some of these.
Okay.
So the Burning Chariots of Tzeentch have what's called an Arcane Tune, meaning that they can roll 3
You need a
dice,
count?
3 dice instead of 2 to summon.
Okay.
All right. So this one is going to try to summon a Bloodthirster.
Okay.
So I need a 10.
So do you add them or just take
You
the
take
highest two?
no, you added them all together.
Oh my
and
God,
he gets
okay.
+1 as well.
Wow. All
So I
right. So
need a
there's no
10.
chance a Bloodthirster is not appearing. Oh,
So-
maybe.
8, 9. I did not summon
Oh,
a
wow.
Bloodthirster. Amazing.
Dude, that's awesome. Okay, so
he
his
used
tome
that,
is burned up.
So his tomb is burned up. Let's do it with this one, the Bloodthirster.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wow.
Oh, no
my
way.
goodness, This is crazy.
That was awesome for me.
All right,
Because
these
I'm
guys
kind
are
of back in the
bad.
game now just because of that.
All right, let's do the Herald of Tzeentch on the disc. He's also got the Arcane Tomb. Maybe the Bloodthirster's just bad luck. Let's roll for a Soul Grinder this time.
Okay, great. What do you need for him?
I need a 10, so I
Okay,
need 9
a
on
9.
3 dice.
Oh, and you're using the tome. Got it. Oh, dude.
What is
now I
going
feel
on here?
bad.
Oh my goodness.
Now I feel bad for what's happening.
Oh.
That is pretty bad.
All right, I still have him that can do
Okay,
2
wow.
spells.
These guys did nothing
They
even
did
with their
nothing.
boosts.
Um,
If it's any consolation, the engine of the gods is probably going down this turn. Okay, go ahead.
Probably. All right, let's try the Bloodthirster from him.
Okay, I'm ready.
I need
Let's
a
do it.
9. And we found out that I can turn the lowest dice to the highest dice with
Yes,
this.
just normally.
That could have been.
That was a big deal. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was your whoa.
Here comes the Bloodthirster.
He's like, let me show you how this is done.
There he comes. And you want to hand me that tape measure there,
Yeah,
Shawn?
absolutely, man.
All right. So he has to be at least 9 inches away from an enemy,
Okay.
but
wow.
he can go 18 away from him.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with that guy, and he flies too.
And he flies.
So I really cannot stop the Slon from being attacked.
And he
by
has
this guy.
one more.
Well, how can I? You know what I could do? I could just bring these guys into like a circle around him. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Ha ha ha! To me!
And I think I'm going to do the Infernal Gateway
Okay, as his second spell.
on your cavalry.
Okay,
As the
let's
second
have it.
spell. So I need a 7. So basically a 6 on 2 dice,
Right.
and I can change one of the dice.
Well, and you've used up all your bad luck.
So there it
Yes,
goes.
6 and a 1.
And this is the one with 9 dice.
Oh, yeah, this is going to blow these guys up wretchedly, I'm going to add. Let's see, Saurus,
And I've now
Cavalry.
taken 3 wounds. So these
They
are
have
on,
2 wounds each. That's
So
awesome.
these are on 4 ups instead
Okay.
of 3 ups now because I've taken an
Okay.
additional wound. And that one I'm going to
Is
reroll.
this is a spell, right?
This is a spell.
Okay, it's not a shooting attack.
So they
Well,
take.
it's mortal wounds, right?
Yep. So they take 2, 4, 6 mortal wounds.
Okay, well that kills 6 guys then.
They have
or
2
3
wounds each,
guys.
right?
Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. Constellation, and get rid of that guy. Okay, so 2 guys are left. Wow, that's not awesome. I don't like that. I don't like that spell. I think that spell needs to not be there anymore. Wow, these guys are all these guys are brutes in close combat.
They are
That's
very
like
good.
this huge amount of multiplying
Right.
attacks. That is incredible. Wow.
This one, now we finished with the hero phase.
Right.
So I'm going
Let's
to
do it.
move now. These can move up to, let's see, up to, it might be 14, it might only be 10. They move actually 14, so they can move up to 14.
Wow, they have a fly of 14.
And if they fly over something, they can do damage when they fly
Right.
over it too.
You should do it.
So, let's see if I don't think I can actually get over anything with this one.
But you should charge.
But I think I will.
Well, and here's why. Because, like, you've got to keep these guys from protecting the
Right.
Slan. And
Especially,
even though I can summon more guys, but that really puts me on the defensive, and now you can start.
especially with the
fast.
Bloodthirster coming after you.
Yeah. Oh
next
yeah.
turn, too. So
That is incredible.
he's going to move here. I have to stay 3 inches away from an enemy. So I'm actually going to have to back up just a little bit.
Right. And this is, we can move this like that.
We'll actually bring him
Okay.
over towards these guys. I
All
think
right.
that's fine.
So that's how well crafted this game is that because you have to be within a ½ inch but keep 3 inches away, a roll of 2 on the charge always fails. But you didn't have to have that in the rules.
Right.
It got sort of rolled into the basic mechanics.
And this guy is going to, well, let's see. The Lord of Change is no slouch in combat either. So I am going to move him. He moves
Be like
10
more aggressive.
up to here. Actually, I can't quite be there. I got to be back here. I'm just going to move that. He'll take his 3 wounds and his beacon. And
Well, and yeah, you should just wipe those guys out, man.
Right. And I'm actually going to just keep being aggressive, and we're going to bring, let's see, on the disc he has a move of 16 inches. He's going to go all the way. He's got to come over a little bit. So he's going to come this way. Okay. So that is my movement phase.
Wow.
Now we'll go to the shooting phase because I do have a little bit of shooting. Let's see. So the Burning Chariot of Tzeentch doesn't have anything or a change, but the Herald on the disc has magical flames. It's a
Okay.
missile weapon.
Let's do it.
So I get 2 attacks. It has an 18-inch range, and I'm actually going to shoot the Slan.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome because he has no defenses up.
Right, so it's going to be 4 ups to hit and 4 ups to wound.
Let's see. He's only got 7 wounds. A 4-up save is nice though. Temple Guard. If this unit is within 8 inches of any Seraphon heroes, add 2 to its bravery. All right, that doesn't help him. Okay.
All right, so here is, I need 4 ups. So there's one,
One hit.
and I need a 4 up to wound. So
Okay.
1 wound
And my save
on
is a
the Slan.
Is it rending?
It is not rending.
Okay, I saved
Yeah,
it.
he saved it.
All right. The Herald of Tzeentch is like,
Yeah, he's probably going to
With
be
a wave
dead
of his
on their
hand.
turn, but
well, we'll see.
we'll
I
see
mean, look at
because
all
it
the
depends on if
opponents
you
I
want to
have
time it,
here.
Yeah.
You know. But if I go for the Lord of Change, who incidentally has taken 3 wounds, I might actually sort of put a stop to this nonsense. But the question is, how can I keep my Slan alive at the same time as
With
that?
that blood
Oh,
pressure
summoning a
also.
ton of stuff. Okay, am I out for my 4th then?
So
No, we
I'm
have
actually
close
going
combat.
to charge now.
Oh, yeah,
In a couple
good.
different places. So let's start here.
Okay.
I need a 3 to be able to get in. So he gets in.
Rawr.
The Lord of Change is also going to charge the cavalry here.
Okay. I do believe there's nothing stopping you from actually touching him, which might
No,
be slightly
right.
better. Sick.
I got
10.
10, so he's definitely going to make it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
And just for kicks and giggles, the Herald on the disc is going to try and charge the Slon.
You should do it. The Slon's not that great in close combat.
And
he
I
gets an
believe
8.
he does with
Oh
an
yeah,
8.
that's plenty. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting close combat phase.
All right, so so the good thing is I go first on every combat, even against the engine this time.
Okay, I'm ready.
So we'll start against the engine.
Hold on. Not quite.
No?
It goes back and forth.
Right, but you went first on your
Right,
turn,
but you get to pick.
Exactly.
And this is the obvious one. The engine's got 1 wound left. So
Right.
if I live, it would be a miracle. Okay,
Right.
go. Let's have it.
All right, so let's see.
6
Oh,
attacks.
sorry. 6 attacks, that's right. With the Lamprey's bite.
Okay. This is the killer
So
looking for
4
force.
ups.
Okay,
So there's 2.
2. Well, that's
And
all you
then
need.
3 ups.
3 is the wound. 1.
And he actually needs to make the save before we turn it into the D3.
Yes, that's right. We were doing that wrong. And if I'm reading it right. Okay, and so the engine's got a 4 up. Come on. Yeah!
Save that.
Ha ha ha!
I do
I'm going to live and then destroy you.
I do still have the Herald
Awesome. I love it.
on the top.
Okay, go. Let's see
So
if we
we
can do
will
anything.
do-
2 attacks.
I'm going to do the Staff of Change, which is just 1
Okay.
attack.
Okay. Does it do mortal wounds?
It does.
Oh, you're gonna miss!
It does.
Awesome.
If it would,
I love
it does rending -1 and D3 damage.
Okay. Well, there you go. Wow, I
That
lived!
was really not very
Awesome,
successful.
awesome. Now, I don't want to go with this guy right now because I have all the time in the world to get back to this
Right.
guy. I want to jump the gun and do this one
Okay.
because these guys, because of Chalk Ox, which by the way is not joined to this unit, that doesn't exist in Age of Sigmar. So these guys are going to pile in.
Okay. All right, so we also found out that you can do all the attacks that they have. So he's going to attack with
So,
his...
and if I may,
Yes.
so you look here and you see melee weapons. He has 3. He gets to do all of those. So he actually gets 2 attacks with his ritual dagger, 4 and 4.
All right, so here's the roll. So
1.
there's 1 hit. That dice is going
No
everywhere.
wound.
And no...
Yes!
All right.
Awesome! Engine of the gods! Engine of the gods! Okay, so these guys, they piled in. Now, just a few items of tactics. Chalk Ox gives them an extra attack if they're within 5 inches, but it's models. So I actually squished these guys a little bit so that this last guy would be within 5 inches of him. Also, when this guy charged in, if he had bumped up against the first guy, the closest guy, that would have made him 3 inches from this guy, from Chalk Ox. And that would mean that he could have 3 inches is engaged and he could have piled in. So when you're charging, be careful that you don't accidentally engage more guys than you really mean to. So here it comes. I'm very excited. So they each have 3 attacks with their pole arms.
It's a lot of attacks.
All right, so 15 attacks, looking for 3s and 3s with -1 rend.
Wow.
Yep. There we go. Take out my 1s and 2s. Okay, that was pretty below average, but I'm going to make up for it here. 3 ups. Hiya! Yeah. 2, 4, 6 wounds.
So 6 wounds. And my normal save is 5, but it's rending 1, right?
Yep.
-1, so I need 6s to save. So here's my 6 rolls. So I saved 1, and I take 5 wounds.
Out of 8.
Out of 8.
So, you know, I'm going to be hard-pressed to kill this guy with my bites. So my bite attacks, 1 each on 5s and 4s.
Oh.
So it's a long shot. Here it comes. Nope, just 1, so I can't kill him. Don't even look.
All right.
Oh, that is too bad because now these guys are they're gonna get plowed pretty bad. Okay, now Wes, he can just leave off this combat because you want to get the initiative.
Right.
Well, I mean, if I may, the Slon isn't that great in close combat.
Well, I was actually thinking Lord of Change just so he doesn't
Yes,
take
you should.
extra wounds.
Yeah.
So we're
No,
going
because the Saurus Cavalry, they're not good news.
Exactly. So I'm going to start with him. We'll start with the Staff of Tzeentch. It has a 3-inch range, 2 attacks, hits on a 4-up, and let's see. Wounds on a 2-up.
Okay.
And does 2 damage.
do
So
it.
here's the dice rolls. Need 4s. Now I need 2s. So that's 4 wounds from that.
And what's the range of it?
It's 3 inches. So it has the range to hit both of them.
Does it? Okay.
Well, let's see.
Well, and to be fair, this guy would have an oval base, so.
Yes, so he is...
That's fine.
He is
That-
within 3.
Okay, and is it rending?
It's not rending, but it is 4 wounds. Because
Per
they do
thing?
2 wounds each.
Oh, okay, but that's multiplied. So how many wounds did you do?
So I did 4 because it's multiplied
But it
by 2.
multiplies into
Right.
2. So, but you did 4 wounds that could potentially become 8 wounds.
No, I did 2 wounds, so you're
Okay,
taking
so
4
I need to
wounds.
take 2 saves.
Right.
That's what I was trying to determine. Saurus Cavalry have a save of 5. That's not that great. It's not rending. Oh, I saved 1. So 1 guy dies. I'll take this guy.
Okay. And then I have my beak and talons. And because I've taken 3 wounds, I have 3 attacks, and I need 4s and then 3s.
Okay.
So there's
One
one
hit.
hit. Then I need a 3. So there's a wound, and it's rending 1 damage.
Okay, so I need a 6 to save. Nope, I've taken 1 wound. Awesome. Okay,
All right,
great.
now it is your turn to choose.
Back to me. Well, I'll take the Salon Mage Priest. And he is not that great in oh no, wait, I'm totally kidding. My complete mistake.
Oh.
He has 6 attacks with Azure Lightning. For 3, -1 rend. Here it comes. Eat my lightning. Oh, only 2. 1 wound.
So 1 wound, and this is rending
Yep,
what?
-1.
So I need a 6. So he's
Awesome.
gonna take a wound
Okay,
also.
I got it. All right, your turn.
Very good. I think I'm going to go. We'll go with him against the Salon.
Okay.
There. So he has.
Well, it's all like second attackers now.
Exactly. So we'll start with this Staff of Change. This is 1 attack. I need a 4 to hit, a 3 to wound.
Okay, let's do it.
So that misses.
Okay.
And then he's got his Ritual Dagger, which is 2 attacks. And I
Hit on
need
fours.
hit on 4s, wound on 4s. So there's
1
a
wound.
wound.
Okay. Salon Mage Priest has a 4 save right here. And he doesn't. He takes a wound.
And then his
Wounded our
disc,
fierce
his
superior
disc
player.
also attacks, which is nice.
Okay.
So the disc gets D3 attacks. So it's going to get 2 attacks. 4s to hit. So no hits. And if that did wound, it would be rending 1 and D3 damage.
Oh, God. Tzeentch with the rending. Yeah, the discs and the rending and multiple wounds.
So we're going to
is just
sit
brutal.
there and just hit each other once, it looks like. And now
I think
it's
that's how it works.
your turn to choose, Shawn.
Okay, great. Well, let's do Engine of the Gods.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me grab the sheet for Engine of the Gods. Here we go. And I have taken 9 wounds, so I am just down to D6 crushing stomps. 6.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's better
more
than
than I've been
last
doing in the
turn, yeah.
past. So 4s and 4s, 1 wound each. Kind of the basic attack of the game. Wow, 1 wound.
And
I am not gonna kill this
are
guy.
these mortal wounds?
Nope.
Okay, so I
Regular
need
wounds.
a
5s?
5. So he's going to take another wound.
Awesome. He's up to 4 out of 8. I need to do
Exactly.
4 more. And I could very well do that with my sharpened horns. 3s, rend -1, 2 damage. Here it comes. I'm going to hit with all, wound with all. That's what I decided. Nope, I will not do that. But 2. So 2 saves. You need 6s this time.
6s on these. And I
Nothing.
did not get it, so he's
4
up to
wounds.
6 wounds now. He has
No,
2.
they multiply into 2 each.
Oh, so that will
so
actually
that does kill
then.
him. Awesome.
So there
Oh, with
goes-
a bellow of triumph.
And
Is
I
it
only
my
needed
turn
to
after
do
this? I
1
think
more
it is.
wound. I still have his attacks,
Right. Okay, I'm ready.
so we'll do
Oh,
that.
this guy, yes.
Yes.
This is bad for the Temple Guard.
All right, so let's start with the Lamprey's Bite. which
Temple
is
Guard
6
are awesome,
attacks,
by the way.
4s to hit.
Don't do Saurus Warriors, guys.
So only 2 hit out of
Oh, that's
6.
awesome.
And
That
3s to
multiplies,
wound. So there's 1 wound.
One wound.
from
All right,
that,
now I want to
just a
save
normal
this
save.
because I don't want it to multiply to D3 wounds.
Because you will have to take
Every guy counts here.
take the check at the end if I kill a guy.
Yeah, well, they're actually, just as a side note, they're actually emboldened by the Mage
okay.
Priest and have Bravery 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
but
you'll
I need,
pass it.
is it rending?
It's not rending.
So, 4 up. Yeah, take that.
Okay.
Okay, now the Rider, right?
And here's his Staff
The
of
Herald.
Change.
Staff of Change.
And it misses. And
Ritual
here's his
Dagger.
Ritual
4s and
Dagger.
4s. 2 hits, awesome.
And 1 wound.
Okay, looking for a 4 again, or die. Ah, I do it!
Oh,
Temple
wow.
Guard! Temple Guard!
That is amazing.
Awesome. By the way, I love the acoustics in this room. It's like, because it really is, it's
Now-
making a loud person even louder.
Now you still have this guy to attack with.
I do. So let's go ahead and grab my Saurus Cavalry. Here we go. Ta-da! And by the way, I have the Seraphon book. I couldn't rustle it up. Okay, so here it goes. Wow, they got a lot of stuff. Whoa, they have a ton. Look at that.
Well, I'm
They have
glad
like
you only
5
have 1
melee
there now,
attacks.
then.
Yeah, Saurus Cav are bad news. Okay, Celestite Blade. 3/3. They're all 1 damage, no rend. Oh, so that's a miss. Sorry. Oh, I only get 1 or the other. 5/4. You're right. I don't get the blade and the lance. Right? Is that it? Stardrake shields. Blazing lances. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, but I'm not charging. Yep, you're right. So here it is. Bite, and then 2 other bites. Okay, 5/4, nothing. And then the cold one's vicious bite, 3/4. By the way, I just made 1 extra attack, but they both missed.
And this isn't rending.
Just
is
1
it?
wound.
So a 4.
wound.
He has a 4-up save.
Yep.
So he is fine.
Yep, he did it. Okay.
Now, what's the range again on his Embolden?
Oh, hold on. It's the Temple Guard, Sworn Guardians. If they are within 8 inches, they add 2 to its bravery and add 1 to. Oh, they add 1 to their save rolls.
Oh.
That's awesome.
So he will probably need to take a battle shot.
Oh, he
next
will.
time.
Oh, yeah. The Slon doesn't help
Right.
him at all. Okay, so his unit took 3 wounds. So I need to roll a d6 and add 3. 9. Their bravery is 10, so he takes nothing.
Okay.
Awesome for him. God, go Lizardmen. Go Lizards. This guy took wounds, though.
But I didn't remember.
Oh,
the
that's
models.
right. Because of the models.
Yeah,
Right.
it's because of the models.
So it wouldn't matter. Well, hold on. His bravery's 10. If you rolled a 6, you would take a wound. Right? That
Do
is
you
correct.
still roll even?
Well, I don't know.
you have
Let's take a look.
Models.
Battle shock. Both players, to make a battle shock, roll a dice and add the number of models from the unit that have been slain. Yep, you're right. You don't take it.
Okay.
It's not wounds, it's models. Okay, good. I'm glad you brought that up because I was about to do it wrong. And it wasn't in your favor.
Or maybe we're both doing it wrong. If so, tell us.
Oh, right, yeah. Learning experience and all that. Okay, we're up to top of the 4th then, or 5th?
Top of
Feels
4.
like 5th. No, is it 4th?
That was my 3rd, yes.
Okay, wow, we better hurry up because we're on a time frame. Okay, guys, update. We noticed just before I was about to go on to Seraphon turn 4, Wes was very sportsmanlike. Thank you, by the way.
Yep.
And he pointed out that both of these guys were within 3 inches of the Herald, and they just went over and killed him. Now, this is an incredibly interesting tactical situation because the Bloodthirster has a 2-inch reach and can kill the Slon through this opening or through this back door right here.
And in fact, with
So
the
I would have
lash-
to cover.
Yeah, with that lash, I can actually pull you out of the building, possibly.
Now that I'm not in close combat,
Right.
you could hit me with the lash, pull me 3 inches. But what occurred to me is I'm like, okay, guess what, 2 heroes? They're going to have to go into combat with the Bloodthirster and actually tie him up. And otherwise the Slon is dead and that's pretty much it.
Right.
Okay, so, but we're in hero phase, so I'm going to do Gift of the Heavens, which gives them fly and reroll shooting saves. So that'll be nice. And then let's start casting some spells. Now I didn't plant this guy's standard, which was an error on my part, which would have given me +1 to casting rolls. So let's get, but I do have +1 for the constellation. So I'm going to get some Saurus Cavalry with a +1. And that is 6. So I do get Saurus Cavalry.
So I'm going to try to
unbind
that
of course.
with him, and he can also change to the highest.
Oh, no
turn.
way! Okay, so that's going to be an easy unbind.
Yeah, because I can change that to a 5.
Okay, the Lord of Change is really cramping my style right
And he
now.
can unbind 2 spells a turn also.
Oh, brother! Okay, so now I'm going to go for some Temple Guard. Here it comes. With a 9, I do it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it with him. I could also do it with my
No, you should do it
Burning
with this guy,
Chariot,
because
but
my
I'm gonna
last
do it
thing
with him.
might fail. So, and you get
So
a
it
10,
goes up to a
changes
10.
the 5 to a 10, and unbinds it.
He
Oh,
likes to change
what a
things.
pain! Okay, and then let's do Engine of the Gods
Okay.
on a 9. Let's get another Engine of the Gods. I needed that too. Dude, that's brutal. You shut me down.
That is
Shut me down
crazy.
pretty hard, actually. Wow, I do not have much left, but I might get the Lord of Change this turn with the Engine of the Gods.
You
It could
might.
happen.
You might.
Okay, so now Engine of the Gods is down to 1 dice. There it is.
It is 1
Engine of the
wound.
Gods is down to 1 dice for 1 wound left, plus an extra. Oh no, he's not within 10 inches of the Salon. So I'm going to do the Engine of the Gods, Cosmic Engine, with a 6. Awesome. That's the D6 mortal wounds. Enemy unit within 25 inches takes D6 mortal wounds. Okay,
So you need to roll the...
I'm going to do it on the Lord of Change.
Okay.
Because that'll give me a moral victory if I do it. And he's taken 3,
He's taken 3 out of
and he has 10.
So if you get...
Oh,
So you
no,
can't
I
quite
can't kill him. But I don't know, I might polish him off with something else. 6. Nope, I'm just going to do 2.
2 more. So he's
Poor showing,
taking half of
guys. Okay, that's it for my command phase. So now let's start in on movement. Go ahead and take the camera.
Okay.
And I got shut down. That was because I don't have a lot left on the board. So with the Engine of the Gods, my movement is only 4 inches. So I'm not going to be able to charge over and help those
Right.
guys. But I may be able to do something to the Lord of Change.
Right.
So I'm just going to move up. Oh, I have to stay within 3 inches? 3 inches away? Guys, do I have to move
No,
away?
it's if in your movement phase you
Oh, okay.
can't end it
Oh, I
within
was
3, but
already
you're
in
already
close
there.
combat last turn.
But you were fighting
Oh,
something
I was
else.
fighting the thing. Yeah, you're right.
Right. So you're just going to be pulled in this turn,
Right.
basically.
That is very interesting. I love, like, I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. I love to say it. Whoever wrote this game did a pretty elegant little piece of work.
And it is really a different game than
think
what
about it.
fantasy used to be,
if
too.
you just look, oh, no
it's,
kidding.
it's way different.
I was watching Battle of the Five Armies, Hobbit, and the movie, and I was like, oh, I did miss the old Warhammer fan of like forming up ranks and like changing your formation and like stand and shoot and all that. It was very romantic, had a lot of pageantry to it. And this game has a lot of tactics and really is great with the whole modeling aspect because you can start with, it's a skirmish game. It's almost like, because before it was like, well, you might want to play War Machine because you need less models, right? But now, you can't really say that.
Right.
Because Age of Sigmar, well, that's about how many models you need. You know, War Machine, you're looking at 20 to 50 models per side. And same with Age of Sigmar.
And for having only 4 pages of rules, it sure can, it's a very tactical game still.
Arguably
So,
2
yes.
pages of rules.
Right.
But anyway, no, you're right. And you only had you only had like 6 models.
Right.
Board. Like you didn't end up summoning all of these lesser creatures.
Right, I
you
did
just
it.
summoned the fun stuff, you know? Okay, so this guy's locked in. So movement phase, yeah, I'm
they
going
can
in
fly.
with both of my heroes. Yeah, but it
But it
doesn't
doesn't really matter
make their
right now.
movement like higher. Why don't I use my quick measure? By the way, if you play war games, you definitely want to get a quick
They're
measure.
fantastic. I have several of them.
Okay, so here we go. And then my Salon, yeah, he's just
gonna hang out there?
No. Well, because there's nothing to block it. It's no
Right.
longer a defensible position. So he's going to move, I do believe it is 5. Yeah, move 5, but he's going to run as well. I'm going to actually just get out of there 10 inches. So I may actually get out of the Bloodthirster's range with a 10-inch move. Yep, that puts him right there. That'll be the edge of his base. There we go. And by the way, that little frog is just setting on there. We haven't glued him yet. There we go. And I actually will give them something, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it adds to their bravery. Okay, let's do charges in close combat.
Okay.
So I've got to get these guys in, and they need a 7 each. So let's do Chalk Ox first, 7 inches. Oh, he didn't make it!
Not make it,
and
which
then
is fantastic for me.
The Astrolith Bear does make it. Awesome. Okay, Astrolith Bear, you've got to do this. You got to carry it. Okay.
And then the engine is just going to pull himself in. He doesn't even have to roll because he's
Yeah.
within the 3 inches.
Right. So, rawr. Pile in. Well, let's do close combat. He technically doesn't pile in.
Oh, true. You choose which one you want to do first.
Which one do I want to do first? This guy is not going to kill him or put a dent in him. All he has to do is survive. So I'm not going to do him first.
Okay.
I'd love to do this first, but I think the Lord of Change is kind of the big one
Right.
here. And I don't want, because the Lord of Change going second means, well, he can't pile in, but I am going to try and just kill him with the engine. So
Okay.
here it comes. Pile in. Engine of the Gods. D6 Crushing Stomps. There it is. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Unstoppable Stampede. Oh, charged. Okay. I rolled the thing. Steadfast Majesty, blah, blah, blah. Here it is. Crushing Stomps. 3. 4/4 with 1 wound each. All hit.
Oh, wow.
1 wound. Make a regular save.
Here's his 4-up save. He rolled a 1, so he's going to take another wound.
Awesome. Every little
Got
bit counts
2
here, guys.
left.
Okay, stay focused on the action. Okay, so now I've got my horns, which is 3/3, -1 rend, 2 damage. Okay, here it comes. Yeah! This is where I'm going to kill him. Wretchedly, I might add. 3s. Ah, 2. So 2 wounds.
And are these
-1.
-1, so these are 5-ups. I need to make at least one of these or he dies.
That's right. Awesome.
And he dies. No more Lord of Change. You sound kind of like one of the pterodons, actually.
Do I?
Fantastic.
All right. That was my impression of.
So we are removing the Lord of Change. He goes back into
By the way, that's a
war.
cool model for your Lord of Change.
Yeah,
And this is from Reaper?
it is. It's an
Is it?
all-metal model, actually, from Reaper.
Wow. And that is literally what it looks like?
That's what it
this
looks
is the
like, yeah.
creature? That's really cool.
And I
And you
kind
put
of like
the ball
it.
bearing
Yeah, I
there,
put
just
the ball
like an
bearing
orb.
there. But you know, I
you
just
thought
think
of
the other ones
painting
are
it
kind
or
of
something?
weedy. You know, they're kind of skinny. The other ones, it kind of looks cool as a dress.
Oh, yeah. No,
So-
I love this model for Lord of Change. That's fantastic. All right, guys. So,
All
there you
right.
go.
So
It's
now
your
it is
turn to
my
pick a thing.
choice.
Start and stop. Okay,
All right.
guys.
So I'm
This
not
is tough.
too concerned about
Right,
the
nothing
guy
to be
there. So
done
I'm
here.
going to do this and try to kill some guys first.
Yes, and this might make him live, too.
Possibly.
Because
We'll
I
see.
don't have those extra attacks this time.
Right. So let's start with Lamprey's Bites.
Okay.
So 6 dice. I need 4s and 3s.
Whoa,
So there's
that was
4.
nice. 4 hits.
That one's cocked, so I'm going to reroll that. So 3
3.
wounds.
I need to make 3 saves. Wow. Dude, seriously. And it's rend?
No, they're just
Oh,
normal.
and I
saves
got
on
4s.
these ones.
All saved. No, none saved. Oh, no. All right, roll 3d3 then for number of wounds.
Not on this. That's the Staff of Change. I'm going to do that
Oh.
next. So that'll just do 3 wounds.
Oh, okay. So 3 guys die. Do 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, and here is the staff. 1 attack with that. I need a 4 and then a 3. So that misses.
Oh, and their shields do get rid of rend.
Okay.
Okay. So
And here is the dagger. So 1 hit. I need a 4 to wound. So nothing there.
nothing.
So
Okay.
now it is your choice. on who attacks
Yes, and
next.
this will be a battle shock test, but I
Right.
can't fail it even if I roll a 6 because I have 10.
Well, you minus
10 +
3
6.
from the guys that died, though.
What? Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Right, well, actually, you roll the dice, so if I get the worst roll of 6, and I add the 3 guys that died, that's 9.
Right.
That's still not over their bravery.
Okay.
But anyway, just a note, I'm just thinking ahead.
Yep.
Okay, did the Slon have a wound on him? Yes, he
He
did.
had 1 wound on him. You can use this
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Wes. Okay. All right, big dog. All right, I'm going to do this one next.
one. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, isn't this interesting? If I kill this guy,
Then I can't summon anything else.
there's no more summoning.
It's turned quiet.
Okay.
It's turned around quite
It did.
quickly.
Okay, so 2 attacks each with their pole arms, 3/3, -1 rend, 1 damage. Oh! Okay, -1 rend for 1 wound.
So this is a 6 up. No, so he
Awesome, 1 more
goes
wound.
up to 6.
And you
He's
have
got
8 wounds.
Yep. So
I
2
could
left.
conceivably kill him with the jaws. 2 attacks, 5s, 4s. Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll go to the Bloodthirster.
Yes, obviously. Poor little astrolith bear. I keep saying astrolabe bear, I think.
All right. So 6 attacks with the axe.
Well, this guy's not bad. Okay, go.
So 6 attacks with the axe. I need 3s to hit. I'll reroll that one. And then 2s to wound, and it does D3 wounds each, rending
That's incredible.
2.
Okay, I'm ready.
So there is 3 wounds.
Okay.
And so you'll make the saves, and then I'll see what happens.
Right,
after that.
and I have a 4-up,
So it goes
-2
to
rend.
6, yep.
Yep. Okay, so 2 wounds, D3 each. I could live, I have 6 wounds. In fact, you probably won't kill him.
So he has 1 wound left then.
Wow.
Takes 5 wounds.
Incredible. Okay. Oh, here's another black dice.
Which may be the deciding factor in all this, because I really needed mobility at this point to go kill
Right,
something
to try and fly over and kill the Slon.
Right.
That actually may be game, kind of, in a way.
Possibly. Let's see if I can
Because-
summon something on my turn 4.
That's true, because it's your turn now? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That is really a big deal. Okay, let's
So you
clean that
auto
up a
pass
little
your
bit.
battle shock test.
Oh, this guy's attacking the Bloodthirster.
All right.
3 attacks, 3/3, -1 rend. Okay, 1 wound, -1 rend.
And so he has a 4.
2 wounds. The second one is no rend.
Okay, so here's the rend one. I need a 5. And this one I need a 4. So he
Okay.
takes 1 wound.
I did a wound to the Bloodthirster. That guy's awesome. Oh man, insert cinematic here where he like barely lives. Dude, that's awesome. Okay, it's your turn.
All right.
Clear
well,
off the casualties.
yeah, absolutely. That kind of limits what I can do now. Obviously, I'm probably going to try to summon something.
Well, yeah, that's really your move.
That's about all I can do. Let's actually go for the Demon Prince. He needs an 8 to be summoned instead of a 10 like some of the bigger ones. So let's try
Okay,
that.
got it. A Demon Prince.
No, not even close.
Oh, that was good for me. And he can do one
He
spell?
can do 1 spell each turn.
Okay.
So
good.
I already used my Arcane
was
Tomb,
it.
so that doesn't help me. So it looks like we go straight into our combat.
Close combat, yeah.
Right.
Because they're all tied up. Okay,
So
which one
I'm going to
first?
start here and see if I can finish off those 2.
Right, and that's really a big deal, by the way, because I can't tie him up
Right.
next turn, and that guy's your caster, your only caster, and he's on his last legs too.
He is.
You
He's
can't let
almost
me
there.
do him in. Okay, go ahead.
All
Boy,
right,
this is
so
really a nail
Here's
biter,
the
guys.
Lampreys bites. 2 of those are caught.
Oh, look at all that.
4 ups
Fours.
to hit,
Well, at least it was only average this time.
and then 3 ups to wound. So there's
Whoa,
2
two wounds.
wounds, normal saves on
Nice.
these.
So I need 4s. Oh, no saves!
That
They
will do
both
it.
die. Wretchedly, I might add. Okay, good.
And then you can attack.
Yeah, I think
there.
I will. I think I'll just kill this Bloodthirster now.
Just take him out of his misery.
Okay, my war pick. Celestite war pick. 3s and 3s. 1 wound, -1 rend.
Okay.
And no hit with the
So
other
here's
thing.
the 5 up. Now,
I
now
did
the
it
nice thing about this Bloodthirster, though, He starts with 14 wounds.
Oh, jeez.
So he still has 12
Cheesy
left.
Pete's, dude. Come on.
So that was my quick turn 4. We're already
Yeah, I'm
going to
still not in the clear, man.
Oh no, I still attack
It's your
back. I
turn.
should probably attack back.
Yeah, you should do him in.
So here's my banner there. 3 ups to hit.
Let's do it.
2 ups
look
to
at what
wound
this is.
still until I take another wound.
Ha 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 ha.
And these
That's awesome.
each do D3
Is
wounds.
it rend?
Yes, so they're rending, so
5 saves.
So 6s.
-2 rend?
Yeah.
No,
And that will do
he's
him.
dead. And I mean like stomped into a pulp. Dead. Now this is a little conversion. This is actually a Toon King piece on here. So we made
Oh,
our
cool.
almost like an icon because I'm a huge fan of icons rather than the regular thing. Okay, let's do this. It's your turn.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you make it to the
So-
salon? This guy has 2
Well,
wounds
let's
on him, by the
see.
way.
He
He goes
let's see.
14 inches, right?
He goes.
And an 8-inch ranged attack.
He goes 10. If he gets wounded, if he gets up to 4 wounds, he'll go to 9 inches, 8 inches. So
Oh, I see, yeah.
Depending on the wounds.
Another element I love
Right.
about
So
this game.
10 inches. He
Okay,
is pretty awesome.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's see how far away we are.
Yeah, what
We're
is the
about
net thing?
20 inches away.
Oh, you can't reach with
So
the net.
I think
That's
I'm
true.
going to go try and take out the engine. Well, let's see. Now,
If I may, your best strategy is beeline it to the salon.
well, I'm going to
'Cause that's the win.
Well, I'm going to charge the salon with the chariot.
Oh,
Also.
wow, yeah, that might do him in.
Yeah. How many wounds does the salon have?
Let's take a look. See if I can find it. There it is. He has
7 wounds.
7, yeah. Yeah, and he's taken 1, so this guy will probably do it.
It's possible. Well, let's.
But if I may, 1 wound left, 1
Right.
wound left, a hero. So if you kill the salon, you've blocked off that summoning
That's
power.
true. And
Otherwise,
in fact,
you'll have no unbinding, really.
in fact, if I was 2 inches closer, I
Yeah,
could
you just
fly,
needed
use
that
my
2
lash and
inches.
pull you towards me.
Yep.
But we're not quite there. Well, let's do it this way. Well, let's do a command ability first.
If I may, he also flies 10, right? And he would only. I'm 20 inches away.
Yes.
Yes, you could theoretically charge the last 10 inches.
It
Do
is
it that way.
possible. It is
You know?
possible. I think because
Go
I
for
still,
the throw,
I still
man.
have 2 turns left,
Yeah.
I am going to
Oh, this is a nail biter.
jump
Jeez.
over,
Yep.
kill him, and then I should
right.
be. Hopefully, he'll be tied up.
I'm telling you, this is
I
Game
don't know.
of Thrones here.
All right.
You're
well,
gonna get overconfident and try and reach for too much.
It's true. Well, I'm going to
And
do the
land on your
Bloodthirster's
face.
command ability.
Okay.
So he has.
Oh, does he become the general if your guy dies? I wonder.
He has
That's fine, do it.
rejoice in the slaughter.
Okay.
So basically, any actually that is not what I was thinking of. I'm sorry. Oh, the land rebels. It's an ability. He's doing the land rebels. So any enemy within 8 inches on a 6 suffers a mortal wound and halves its move
Oh, that's
characteristic
awesome.
until the next
Okay.
turn. So he's the only one within
Good.
8. So I need a 6. No.
All right.
And we're going to try and summon the Soul Grinder.
Okay. There he is. At least you got to see him. He's waiting in the warp. Bring me forth.
And no, he does
you
not.
needed an 8?
He needs a
9?
10.
A
on Soul
10.
Grinder.
Wow.
Soul Grinder's almost meaner than the Bloodthirster. is.
Really?
Not bad.
Wow. Okay, that's really saying something too.
All right, so that is my hero phase. Now we'll do the
Okay.
movement phase.
Will he be smart? Or will he
Or will my plans not
just
come to
choke on
fruition?
it as I summon tons of more things?
10 inches. Well, he's got to be 3 inches away, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, you have to go one way or the other.
I'll go this way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll take his 2 wounds with him. And I think we're already about at 3 inches here. So I'm not gonna move him at all.
We'll just assume it's 3 in case
Right.
you roll like an exactly.
Okay, shooting. Let's see, do I have any shooting?
You got the whip.
That's true, I do have
We
the
need
whip.
to whip it.
Let's whip it.
Whip it good.
So the whip has 4 attacks right now. Force to
that
hit.
whip. I'm gonna keep singing this till you make your attack.
All right,
Give
force
pass
to
a
hit.
slip. Step on a brick. Break
Threes
your
to
mama's
wound.
back.
And it is rending 1 and
When a
D3
problem comes
damage.
along, you must whip it.
So
What?
rending 1 and D3 damage per dice.
Oh, okay. So I need to make some saves here.
Right.
This guy, is on the computer, but he's got a 4-up save. I'm sure of
Roll
that.
5 up then.
Nope. Oh, this is going to kill him wretchedly, I might add. Okay, roll your
And then
3d3
that will
wounds.
also pull him in 3 inches towards me.
Oh wait, so it just does 3 wounds then?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, so it does D3
Per thing?
per one per inch.
Oh, dude! Yeah, he's dead.
So yeah, so there we go.
Hold on,
Which-
let me just double check. Oh no, he has 7 wounds! You just did 6 wounds.
Okay, so he's gonna pull in with drawing
3
in for the
inches.
kill 3 inches towards me, which will
So
put him
that's
right next to me.
Right, we're already...
Which I won't
engaged.
even have to charge with him at
Right.
this point.
And you did 6 wounds to him. I think this guy's gonna be...
And this is
toast
actually good for me
relatively
because I'm still close to these guys, but I'm a little bit further away now
Okay.
too for it.
So,
Alright, so
close
we will
combat.
charge. He's gonna charge there.
Okay,
I need to at
roll
least
double
get a
ones,
3.
please.
So
Oh
he's
no,
there.
not at all.
And then we don't even have to roll for them because they're just
Right.
gonna pull into
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, well, who's going first here?
Well, I'm gonna have the chariot go first.
You really have to, because I could really do those last 2.
Because I don't think you're gonna do the other 12 wounds to the bloodthirster.
No,
right now.
you're right.
So,
Okay, I'm ready.
okay, so here is.
By the way, if I may, another thing I love about Age of Sigmar is you don't have to ask your opponent what their toughness is
No
anymore.
strength, no toughness.
You just-
right.
you just
don't have
kinda
to worry about
start-
initiative.
You just start doing your thing.
Right.
Okay, go. I'm ready.
All right. So here's the Lamprey's bites. 6 attacks, and I need 4s to hit.
Oh,
which is
look at all those.
fantastic.
Jeezy Pete's.
3s to wound. So 4
Oh,
wounds,
jeez.
normal saves.
All right, so I need 4-ups. Well, I do have 7 wounds, so I could very well survive this easily and blow this guy up. Oh, and I do! 2 wounds. Wait, D3
It
wounds?
just
each?
does 1 wound on,
Oh,
on
really?
the Lamprey's bites.
Okay, awesome.
Wait,
2.
are you considered a monster?
Let's see. Nope.
Because
No
if you
monster.
were, it would do D3.
Okay. Oh, that's where I'm getting the D3.
Right.
Okay, go.
Here is the Staff of Change. I need a 4. It misses. Here is the dagger.
Daggers on 4s.
I need a 4. So
Wow,
2
2.
hits. I need 4s again. So 1. I can reroll that if you want me to. Let's reroll that. So 1 wound.
Okay.
And this is
Looking for a
normal
4.
save.
No, he fails. He's taken 3 wounds out of 7.
Okay, and then you choose which one you want to do.
Well, obviously this guy
Right.
here. I'm going to give this hero, Chakox, a chance. Hold on, let's see what his deal is. Because I didn't print all these out. My problem. Alpha Warden, blah, 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 blah. 3. Yeah, he has the same, but his damage is 2. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, here we go. 3 and 3, -1 rend. Nothing.
Oh no.
Now the jaws, nothing.
All right, and at
Go
this
ahead.
point I still have,
We've got to do the Bloodthirster now.
let's see, here's the 6 attacks. So
Oh, yeah.
3s
Can
to
you
hit,
do 1 wound?
3s to
Let's
hit,
just roll.
2s to wound.
Oh my gosh, this guy he's on the rampage.
So there's 3 -2 rending, and then it does D3
Okay,
damage.
so I need 6s. I need 3 6s to live. No, I don't.
That will do that one.
Okay. All right, Chakox is toast. C'est la vie, man.
All right.
Well, that's interesting because I basically got to kill this guy or I'm pinned. And now the
yeah,
Bloodthirster.
the combat comes after the movement, so you're not moving away from me on your turn.
Right.
Or if you can possibly tie up the Bloodthirster with one or two of
No,
these.
there's no way there. Okay, well, we're about to find out. I'm admitting defeat before even... I'm actually not admitting defeat at all. Okay, Azurite Energy, 4/3, -1 ring. Here it comes.
That's true. If you
Or I could just not roll a single 4+.
Wow.
Yeah, that
How
was
many dice?
probably
6 dice?
6 dice, yeah. That, by the way, is a 1 in 64 chance of that happening. Even less. Hold on. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Yeah, 64.
Wow.
I'm right. Yep. That's kind of possibly game right there because I can't summon a defensive line around me in any way. That is interesting. All right, well, let's play it out to its wretched conclusion. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, the flying thing.
Okay. Did you want to... do you have any spells that can shoot me or anything like that?
Well, I've got the regular thing of oh yeah, actually, does magic? Yeah, magic comes before. Yeah, I can do the.
You can do the arcane bolt.
But can I do that in close combat? Arcane bolt. Pick an enemy unit, suffers D3 mortal wounds. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, arcane bolt, man.
You gonna do it
It's on a 5 or a 4.
At the herald there?
Oh yeah, heck yeah! Are you kidding me? Okay, he makes it. You can attempt to unbind it, which
I
you
will.
should.
Absolutely. I
You
need an 8.
No, you don't with a 5. Awesome. Great. D3 mortal wounds. I just need a 2. Hiya!
That
2.
will do it.
Oh, I killed him.
Oh no.
Awesome! Oh man! What now? Now I can get a ring of guys around the salon. That's messed up.
That is a lot.
Sorry. Hold on. All right, let's do this. Okay, summon it. I have 2 spells left. We're going to do Temple Guard on a 5.
Okay.
And I think I actually need a 5. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I rolled an 8. So that's 5 Temple Guard. And we are just going to form literally a ring around this guy. However, this will not be enough to completely
I can
encapsulate.
still possibly lash him and pull him out of the circle too.
Can you? Yeah, that's true. You can see him. That is a weird little rules question. But that's okay. I will just take my chances.
I wouldn't be able to if you didn't fly.
Okay.
But because you fly...
One last spell, I'm summoning a unit of Saurus Cavalry. Which I do on a 6. Perfect. Alright, Engine of the Gods. So I summoned all these guys. Awesome. I've created my protective barrier around the salon. Totally fluffy too. Alright, and so now the power. 1 dice. A 6.
Oh,
awesome.
no.
D6 mortal wounds on the Bloodthirster, obviously. 4 mortal wounds.
Now what's the range
Take it and
on
like
that?
it. 25 inches.
Oh man. So he's going to
Yep.
take the 4. He's up to 6.
Awesome! Only 8 to go. All right, now I've got to do my movement phase. So my summoned units can't move. So, and by the way, if I pull this one out, it'll be incredible. Well, actually,
it's looking like you have pulled it out at this point.
Yeah, we only have 1 turn after this.
My only chance was to stop
This
the
guy
slam
moves
mage,
4.
but
This guy moves 7. So these guys are making these complete desperation moves. Okay, I have no ranged attacks, so let's just move right on to charges.
okay.
I need a huge charge here, probably even 12 inches, maybe even more, which I don't make. And then with this guy,
He's pretty close,
I need
probably
about a
6 or
7.
7.
No, he doesn't make it either. Okay, so there's no close combat, and it's your turn. It's bottom of the 5th.
All right.
Wow. Okay, guys.
All right. Well, let's start with.
Well, yeah, this is going to be really short. You only got 1 guy. I still think you can do the pulling thing, actually. Because 3 inches would possibly clear my guys. I think you should do it.
Well, let's use his command ability. It makes it so that corn units, which he's a corn unit,
Right.
can pile in 6 inches instead of 3 inches.
Okay,
So
that's
it'll give
helpful.
me extra
Well,
room
you
to
know,
do
the
that.
other way to do this is do the whip on this unit and then just kill him with the axe. Yeah, that's game right there. Aha, I thought maybe I pulled it
If
off.
I can get in there, yeah, absolutely.
Well, but you can. See, you move, you shoot, killing these guys, right?
Right.
And now you can just charge in and kill
All
this.
right.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
he'll move.
okay, I thought I had it.
His movement is less now. He's taking
it?
6 wounds, so his movement is now 9.
Oh, okay.
Which
well,
will
that's
still
enough
put
to
in-
clear the building. Yeah.
Right there.
Okay. This is interesting. Oh my gosh. Wow.
All right, so here, let's do his ability first. The land rebels.
Okay.
So all enemies within 8 inches of him on
a
6s will
6.
take a mortal wound.
Oh, dude.
So that will hit this guy and
me.
all of them.
Okay.
So
Well,
let's,
and I think you roll them one at a time.
yeah, so
right?
let's start here
Okay.
on a 6. No.
No. Okay.
That guy. No.
1,
No.
2,
No.
3. 1.
Wow. All 2s and 1s.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
this
one.
guy dies. The drummer. Okay, I'm just gonna read them out.
Okay.
That guy. 3, 3, 4. That's it.
And the slab.
Oh, the salon himself, of course.
Nope.
2.
So it killed one
Awesome.
guy.
Well, that's something.
It's still something. There's one out of a whole bunch. Okay, let's do the lash now on this front unit of Temple Guard. And currently with the lash, I have 3 attacks with it. So I need 4s and then 3s. So there's 3 hits. 3 wounds.
Okay.
And it's rending -1 and D3 damage.
Okay. So I need 5s. 3 saves at 5s. None. So
And they'll do
3d3 damage.
D3 to the unit.
Okay, and that
3,
kills the
4,
unit
5,
entirely.
6.
Okay, now I see what's going to happen here. That's awesome. With a slash of his whip, he just like cuts down the protected guardians.
Now the question is, I can pile in 6 inches,
Yeah, you're
so I don't.
already in.
So I don't even have to charge at this point. We'll
Okay,
just move
do it. Your doom is upon you.
And
Oh,
I will go
exciting.
first, obviously. So I get 6 attacks with the Mighty Axe of Corn. I need 3s to hit,
Oh, man.
and with being wounded as much as I am, it's now 3s to wound instead of
Okay.
2s.
Awesome. I could live here and kill the bloodthirster.
So there's 2
Two
wounds.
wounds.
It's rending 2 and D3 damage.
6s. None. All right, you need 4. Which you
there's
got.
4.
That's game. Oh, wow, awesome. Thanks,
Mighty
Wes.
blood
Hey, let's do the shake. Hey, thank you very much for
Absolutely.
a real
It's really
nail
fun.
biter. All right, I'm going to get the tripod and we're going to do a redux. Hey, Blue Table fans. Shawn here. Come on up, Wes.
All right.
Let's do this. Hey! Wes is a great guy. I've had a lot of fun playing you. And here's why Wes is awesome. Because he's very sportsmanlike. He knows the rules. And, excuse me, he also has a sense of the game. Like, it's obvious that you've played, tournament
Right.
games because your play is very smooth. You can think of those strategies. So it was definitely a worthy opponent for old Shawn. So tell us your impressions of the game. MVP, LVP, best moment, worst moment.
I actually really like Age of Sigmar. I wasn't sure that I would until I actually played it, but it was actually a lot of fun. As far as strategy goes, I wasn't initially thinking to start surrounding him, but it worked out to my favor to keep summoning things around him. I'm probably going to give my MVP just to my Herald on the disc because he was ballsy enough to go and charge the salon.
He did. He got like the
and
moral
slowed him
victory.
down a little bit.
He
Absolutely.
went up with his dagger. From hell's heart, I stab at thee.
Of course, without the Lord of Change, none of the rest would be there as well.
It's true.
Um,
Well, and it was a great concept game to start
Right.
with just the two figures, like one like masters of the chessboard, and be like,
well, and if you look at
Awesome.
the background story of it, they hate each other basically.
Oh, yeah,
Lizardmen
absolutely.
really hate chaos.
Yeah.
They're completely different, so it
well,
worked
they're
out
causing
really
all the
cool.
problems.
Yeah. Now I did win, but that'd be a minor victory at the most because you're still outnumbering me on models.
Well, that is true.
So
That is true. But, I would say that. Well, that is true, and I did kill your main guy.
You did.
Like before
You did.
you killed me. In fact, that would be perfect win conditions for this game. It would be king
Right.
and chess. Would be like in War Machine. If you kill the Warcaster, that's it.
right.
But I got to tell you, it was pretty cinematic for the Bloodthirster to just take his whip,
Yeah.
scatter the minions, and then just axe the slime in two.
It's true.
And
Yep.
pull his skull out, burn off the flesh and fly off. Ha! That's what happened.
And starting from Tzeentch, he was
That's
the
awesome.
only thing not Tzeentch on the table too. So
Yeah, maybe that was Cahorn's evil plan.
swooping at the end in for the kill.
Wes and I are going to do a 40K bat rep next. This is personally the first game I think I've played in 6 months that I just it's all about mental state, guys. I kind of but if you think about it, I've been pretty diehard wargaming with BTP and just around it all the time, 24/7, for 12 years. So in a way, I
Right.
needed that 6. Everyone takes a break and then comes back. And Age of Sigmar really isn't a magic age of the game. It's not going anywhere. The Doomsayers are kind of melting away. And GW just keeps coming out with these incredible models. And if anything, the hobbyists now have to catch up with collecting and learning and really getting into this game that is, in my opinion, really entering its prime. Because how many fully fleshed out armies are there that they've published new things for? Let's count. Aurochs, the orcs.
Right.
The Sigmarites guys.
Yep.
Right. The Cahorn guys now have enough new models that you can make
Right.
a whole army just out of new stuff. And pepper it with some of the old things. What else? Hold on. Seraphon didn't get any new models, or did they? I don't think they did. I think they just revamped all the old stuff. Right, so they don't count. Wood Elves now. So there's
They have
4.
some really cool models too.
Oh, incredible. Like
Really
the
cool.
whole stag beetle thing
Yep.
for Ariel is just... And if they follow the pattern, there'll be the named character and a regular guy
Right.
that use that particular figure, which I think is also great. And then a foot model that you get as a bonus to the kit. Oh, it's just through the roof. And as a side note, on the Webstore, I'm actually about to put up a huge lot of Wood Elves. And they need some TLC, but I think it's as many as 150 or 200 models, and it's going to be cheap. Because I'm not even going to line them up. I'm just going to take pictures of this bin, of guys. And so anyway, okay, keep going. What else do you think?
Well, I was surprised by how much just fun I had with the game too. A lot of times I enjoy all sorts of games, and sometimes it gets to be more competitive. And this one just seemed like a lot of fun. It was still competitive, but it was, like Shawn was saying, it was thematic. And just a lot of fun to play. It was fun to see. It was changing turn from turn to who was winning or who had the advantage as well. So it was a lot of fun.
It did, and I'm very impressed with how much tactics there are. And I have to say, I actually enjoy this a little more than War Machine, on the count that with War Machine, it's like each guy is like an RPG character. It has so many options. Right. And it's hard to learn the game. It's hard to look across the table and remember what all those things do. And with Age of Sigmar, it's toned down enough where you can walk in and if we played again, oh boy, I would know my stuff.
Right.
I would not make those tactical. Oh yeah, it's so many tacticalers. I never planted the Astrolith Bear, to get the +1 to casting. I didn't keep my guys grouped correctly to give them like the bonuses of them. I also did a tactical error. I knew you had a flying circus, but I went off to one side like I was going to flank you. What kind of idiot move is that? I should have foreseen that and moved right to the middle immediately, because my guys are like slower and beefier, you know, and just sort of crushed that. But I lost a whole turn of like running around, and as you saw in the end, that really would have made the difference.
But I made some mistakes too. You know, if I would have realized that rule where I can flip that dice on that Lord of Change earlier in the game, I would have had so many more units. It was crazy.
And you could have just shut me down.
Yeah.
You should have just flown the Lord of Change up within 18 inches of my guy and just been like, no, no. Now I'm going to cast my stuff.
Right.
You know. Oh, and I never tried to unbind your spells, and I'll bet you a couple times I was within range.
Probably.
To unbind them. I never did it.
Especially with the chariots, yeah, you were definitely within range of those because they were within range of you. So.
But Tzeentch, I actually, because when Age of Sigmar came out, I skimmed all the books for the PDFs, and Tzeentch impressed me as one of the more interesting and fun factions. That is also very solid and has an incredible model range. Like, and we counted like armies for it where they've put out basically new ranges to a great extent. But there's still all those other things that have amazing figures, and Tzeentch is definitely one of those. Demons have so many good models now, and they're coming out with more greater demons.
Yeah, and you add Forge World into that, and just it's crazy the amount of models you can have.
And they've made sheets for the Forge World, like monstrous arcana creatures too, that you can just like, oh, I'll just have this, you know. It's good. It's a good game. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. And I just want to plug a couple of things here before we go, if I may. Thank you, guys. So a couple things. One, I did a video a while back on my Ultimate D&D thing. That is not gone. I'm making slow progress on it. I had put an ambitious date of July, and there really isn't the interest level to make that fly. But I am shooting possibly for August, definitely the one. I am doing an Ultimate D&D that is back-to-back with Valhalla, so you can come out a week early, come to my thing, then go to Valhalla up at Timber Moose. Also note with Valhalla, one of BTP's clients has rented another cabin, and that cabin has openings. And it's if you add it up, it's very inexpensive, because I think, don't quote me on this, but I think Wargamer Girl, who is now running it, basically, is running it. Like BTP technically doesn't really have anything to do. I'm just a guest. And so she has event passes for $350, and you get a room at this other cabin for the week for $200, which is for a bed, and then rooms can be $300 or $400. But that is really, really, really inexpensive for what you get. And I'm actually going to set up a table or two in the secondary cabin. And I know it's going to be a lot of fun. It's really good. Other thing, check my project update page. I have 2 specials running now, and one of them is the best that you can ever get. And then I have another one for Silver Tower. It's half off your box kit. I have 2 slots. I want to set up 2 of these over the weekend if I can. And so it'd be only $75 to get your kit when you commission them to be assembled and painted. There's more. BlueTableStore.com has a lot of new lots going up. This is turning into like a giant commercial. That's fine. Just turn it off right now. There's no fun thing at the end of the credits for this movie. And so I'm putting up quite a few lots every week. Minimum, I'd say 20, and then usually as many as 60 or 80 going up. And I've got it's not ending. I'm putting up whole armies. I'm putting up a lot of stuff on the Webstore. And we did a big inventory on it to make sure things were right. It's extremely accurate right now. And all right, is that it? Is that everything? Yeah, I think that's, and of course a regular project. So yeah, if you want to get your Tzeentch Demons army going, if you want to get your Seraphon army going, now's is a great time to do. Well, thanks for tuning in. I am very grateful to all of our fans and clients for, being supportive and at the very least, well-wishing us as the journey goes on.